This fall, I've spent an unnecessary long period of time 100%ing both Fallout 3 and New Vegas, having finished Fallout 4 way earlier. Now I'm just kind of done. There's nothing else I can really do unless I'm just starving and waiting for Fallout 5 to arrive when I'm 55 and homeless. So let's look back at not Fallout 76, but Fallout 4. A game I'm comfortable saying is my favorite Fallout game of all time. And maybe even a top 10 game on my list. And before I go any further, no, Fallout 4 is not the best Fallout. It's objectively and probably obviously Fallout New Vegas. But personally, I've connected with Fallout 4 a whole lot more than New Vegas. And I suppose that's what this video is all about. Without further ado, Fallout 4. My perfect Fallout. Let's rewind the clocks to my sophomore year of high school. It's a happy-go-lucky day in February, which means we had a week-long snowstorm, and school was shut down for a week. Because of that, I started a run on Fallout 4, a newer game in my arsenal. I started watching Fallout content, mainly Fallout lore through Oxhorn. Yes, that is a basic answer, but Fallout 4 was on sale that weekend. So I decided to pick it up instead of playing New Vegas again after a couple of years. I played about an hour or two before getting bored and stopping. Then, when that storm came along, I already forgot what I was doing, so I decided to start over. I called my sole survivor Tux. Yes, very creative, and I began my journey, not only to 100% the game, which I did, but sink a week's time into the Commonwealth. Everyone's first real experience is dealing with Preston at the Museum of Freedom. For me, I said lol no shot and found my way over here at this big dam with raiders on it. Because it was the middle of the night in the game, I had no idea where to go, so I just started running. I eventually found my way to the police station and the Brotherhood of Steel. This was the first faction I came across, even if I eventually did side with the Minutemen. All of the factions in this game have their own thing. The Brotherhood of Steel is all about loud and bombastic force. The Railroad, the worst faction by far, is quote-unquote quiet and stealthy. The Minutemen is about settlements on your map and community. And the Institute says we're evil because it's fun. As a wannabe writer, I would like to say that there's a little subtlety in them, but there's no shot here. I still love them though. Nothing will beat the Pridwin flying in or roasting Desdemona for her not-so-secret password. It's dumb fun, away from the nuances of New Vegas' choices, and I like it for that. This is Kate.
Only thing better than getting pissed is picking a fight. Am I right?
Fallout 4's psycho, enthusiast. While many like taking Nick and dog meat through the streets of Boston, I always, regardless of playthrough, take Kate. That's because she's my favorite companion in the series. That may be a shock considering the amazing companions like Boone, Veronica, Fox, and that previously mentioned Nick Valentine. There's something about a red-haired girl with an Irish accent fighting her way to death inside of a raider-infested combat zone. Her ability to speak her mind and recognize her own faults and get clean. I'm not gonna say it's the best written companion arc. Elder McNamara's silence, I know, at the end of Veronica's story will always be top tier to me. But it's the best one, at least for me. The range of companions is pretty good except for X6 and Preston. And the best part about them is seeing them all interact together at your base. Now, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's building time. Oh. Since I was a kid, I've played Minecraft. The ability to explore a vast open world, it didn't have the importance that so many players put on it. For me, I always used to hunker down near spawn and build, maximizing what I can create in such a small area. This is the reason I fell in love with the Fallout 4 settlement building. It's not just a blank canvas. You're given these bombed out and decaying homes, vines, and uneven terrain. The east coast of the Fallout universe is vastly more destroyed than the west, and it's shown simply by the destruction. I sided with the Minutemen in my main playthrough. They're most likely the canonical ending, and it gives you the chance to go up and down and claim, build, and restore the Commonwealth. I've spent forever building settlements in every run of Fallout 4 I've done. Whether that be from Starlight Drive-In to the castle to our pre-war home in Sanctuary Hills. Although the looting, crafting, and building game loop is built around meaningless junk, and you wonder why in 200 years it hasn't been picked clean yet, it still makes the world feel more alive. Fallout 3's world is half metro tunnels and DC ruins with only a half decent enough to explore, and New Vegas has open stretches of nothingness between a place like Novak and the 188. 4 will always have something for you to look at, even if it's an internal debate to bring a camera back to base with you. A place that's attainable in the world, not just a player home locked behind a loading zone. Along with scrapping that camera to build your base, you can use it to craft. 4's excellent crafting system can make something like a 10mm hold its own for probably the entire game. Legendary mods were added onto special enemies, and while yes, most of them were pool cues, grabbing something like a 2-shot or explosive effect is a godsend. Something small to this feature was the ability to name your weapons and armor. The first ever combat rifle I got I named Cobalt Combat, and I have an emotional attachment to that weapon because I used it for so long, and made it my own. Now it hangs on my wall inside Red Rocket like all of the other weapons I've used. And all of that, the building, the crafting, the companions, the factions, all revolve around Fallout 4's main narrative, the hunt for Sean. I'd be the first to tell you that this story sucks. The bait and switch with Father makes little to no sense in terms of the in-game story. You're not attached to your family because you've spent no time with them. And Sean is just evil scientist number 9, but he's your son, so you couldn't possibly kill him. That's not why I love the story of Fallout 4. I enjoy the quiet moments, echoes of the old world bleeding through to today. Vault 95's addiction story, Diamond City Blues, and Nick's personal quest for Eddie Winter. Activating the radio beacons to hear distress calls from the snuffed-out voices of 200 years ago. While Fallout 3 is a vast wasteland of nothingness, and New Vegas is more inclined to deal with the now, I appreciate Fallout 4's world. It's the most unique to explore, to go around and learn the story of those who have, and do, live in the husk of Boston. Fallout 4 may not be the best Fallout, being one of those more decisive entries. But to me, Fallout 4 is perfect.